Welcome back, Tankers of Blitz Universe. We're gonna take a look at the new and improved Black Goldville, which is gonna be an update 2.9. Here you can see the old version of the minimap compared to the newer version. Not a lot of changes, nothing too drastic. It's not a big rework like the Winter Melanovka map, but Wargaming has flattened out the terrain. They state in the press release on the website that they have made changes to the cap area. It's not as easily defended as it was by tank destroyers at the moment. They have made the terrain more favorable and more enjoyable to playing with medium tanks, like they've done to all of the maps at the moment. Spreading forces should be more beneficial for the teams now, because Wargaming still insists on heavy tanks going to the city. Taking over the town should be an important task for the team that controls it, and the terrain elevation under the tripod or caves as they're known has been decreased. That caves area is not as dominant as it was on the old Black Goldville. You can see in this view here there's a sniper position at the spawn I started on. I've moved up towards the middle ground, went to a bit of spotting to do up there in the caves. This is a view from the caves area, and from this shot you can also see the terrain is flattened out pretty much. I think the terrain over here where I'm standing now was good as it was. Yes, the caves area was quite dominant, but that level to my left here where I'm taking a peek at now, you could easily move around if there were a lot of tanks in the caves area. I think this update wasn't really needed. There are maps that are far more in need of readjustment, so to speak, than Black Goldville. It's a good thing though that Wargaming had set out a user feedback on, at least it was on the EU forum. They've asked for feedback. What should we do to Black Goldville if we change it? And that does show that Wargaming listens to customers if you come with logical arguments, and it's very, very good that they did. The other spawn holds in the old Black Goldville a very nice sniper area. They also hold one of those raised areas over here. You can see it to the right with the small sandbags over there. From the video 48-ton Ruckus posted on his channel, it said that these two spots on both spawns, they have a very good field of fire. And the spot to the right of me, and I'm shot it pretty quick, I want to get back now. Take a snapshot on the IS-7. That only damages its tracks, but nevertheless. That spot on the right there had very good field of fire up towards the caves. Tanks sitting in between those big refinery tanks had very good shots up the cave. So caves might have been dominant, but so could the refining area be if you had tankers there to spot. As you can see, the refinery area has been changed. Those small sheds, it's now one row instead of two, and some of the buildings have been set at different angles as opposed to the straight angles in the older Black Goldville. So tanks sitting at the top of the caves, they can't shoot down as easily as they can in the older Black Goldville. Nevertheless, there should be plenty of room to maneuver around with medium tanks. That's a big complaint people have on the European forum, and a small gripe I have with Wargaming as well. They tend to flatten out most of the maps, so mediums are very, very easy to play. It seems that especially Russian mediums with good mobility, good DPM, these are the tanks that are easy to play on the newer maps. And I think that's a bit of a shame if you make the maps all the same with the same type of play and just add a different theme to it. Make it an American Western theme for Black Goldville, Pacific theme for Mirage, etc. The old Oasis Palms, even though it was a snipers and campers Valhalla at certain times, there was still enough room to maneuver around. I like the new Oasis Palms. There's no doubt about that, but the other ways spawns, it was just a great map, and I think that's going to be the same for Black Goldville. There shall always be campers, even when you have no sniping areas available. Campers will always be there in the game, and there's maps that are more in need of a change than this one, than Black Goldville. One of them is Mines. Mines really needs to have a change. Wargaming stated on their website that Black Goldville, which had been in 1.3, had some flaws, and that's why they've decided to improve it a bit. Well, Wargaming, Mines has one major big flaw, and even though you've changed it a bit by adjusting the spawn points, Mines still has a big flaw because they have one massively dominant position, and that's the hill area. If you control the hill, you usually win the game. So I think there should be another approach into the hill, possibly from the town area, maybe even some ramps up towards the cap area, so some ways to get up there from the lower river area. But Mines really needs to be readjusted. That's my gripe with this change. It's been done to a map that isn't really needed, and I think Wargaming should next tackle Mines. Nevertheless, update 2.9 is coming to you soon. Happy tanking all. Cheers.